Welcome back to Master of My Fate, where I interview creatives, entrepreneurs, and free thinkers. On this episode, we have a conversation with Chris Feliz. He's a photographer from Jersey City, New Jersey, who's on a mission to bring positive perceptions to urban cities across the nation. Enjoy. Hit record here. All right, the audio is rolling. And we are good, bro. Chris Feliz, thank you so much for getting on this call.
You already know, my man. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. How you feeling, man?
Real good, man. Like I said, a little tired. Slumping. I'm always up. I'm always working, but
Always hustling. No, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. So right off the bat, I love getting into the backstory about the person I'm talking to, and this is the first time we're actually ever talking, right?
Right.
So tell us a bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, as obviously, I'm a photographer, but I like to consider myself more of an artist than anything else. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey. Grew up, born and raised, and pretty much that's pretty much it. It's everything that you see is just great. Everything I do, everything I showcase, that's just who I am and what I do.
Let's go, Jersey City representing. So, how did you actually get into photography?
So this was in 2012. I remember taking photography class as an extra credit. My intentions were really just to skip the class every day.
Right.
But I was like, boy, I'm just gonna go in and see what's up. And I sat down, and I remember the teacher was like, I'm going to be rotating the cameras and stuff. So, for everybody, put the names on, names list. And once the person before you was done, then, you'll get it out. And it was like, I was just so excited with the fact that I was going to get a camera.
Right.
I was already thinking about all the spots to hit. So it's like, it wasn't even like I took the camera. It was like the camera took me. So it was just like an instant. Like I just fell in love even before I touched the camera. So it was just, it's crazy. And then I didn't get to have, after high school, I only shot for about a week and a half, and then I gave the camera up. And I didn't get myself my own camera until 2017, which is 2 years ago. So it's only, so I've been busting my ass.
That's 5 years later.
Yeah. Right, it was a gap. It was a huge gap, So I've been working extremely hard ever since, trying to, I guess you could say, to catch up on what I've missed. But What
do you mean by what you missed? Like, as far as like growing as a photographer?
Yeah, because I maybe I would have been a little further, but at the end of the day, it's like it's just meant to happen at the time being. It's like, I didn't get a chance to own the camera within the 5 years till finally 2017, and within the 2 years, I've achieved a lot of goals. Fortunately, I've had my own gallery showcase. So it's been a hell of a ride in less than 2 years, because I made 2 years.
That's amazing, man. Everything seems to be falling in place for you. How would you describe your style of photography?
Well, most of it I can see is urban, but it's much more than urban to me. It's showcasing, my home, Jersey, and of course New York. New York is like the best place to create. It has so much, from the sky rises to the bridges to the architecture to the museums. But New Jersey is like that one place where it's like it's been talked down for so long.
Right.
So my style is to kind of showcase the environment, to kind of show the beauty of where I'm at, where I live, where I'm at, where I'm going. So like next month I'll be in Chicago. So I want to do, so I'll be doing a series based on Chicago and showcasing, Chicago. I know a lot of people have the impression of Chicago as, murder and violence, due to the music industry. So I definitely will be out there to kind of change the perception. So that's more or less my style, perception. To change the perception from a negative one to a positive.
That's actually really interesting. Like, you're not actually just snapping your camera away. There's real meaning and purpose behind the content that you put out.
Right. Yeah, like I said before, it's more. It's more than photography to me. It's art. It's like I'm not just here to take a photo and post it.
Yeah, that's really what stood out to me from your work, is that a reoccurring theme is the representation and appreciation for where you're from, right? So, and you feel like a sense of responsibility to shed new light on the locations that you grew up around.
That's exactly it.
So, I actually came across you and your work on Twitter, which is where you gain most of your traction and popularity. And I find it fascinating because you would think that Instagram would be the main platform for you, right? Everyone else who aspires to be a photographer leads with Instagram. And Twitter isn't even like a visual platform per se, because text dominates Twitter. But you found great success through it in a very unconventional way. Could you explain how that all came about and why Twitter seems to be the platform that you prefer to share your photography on?
Well, funny thing, like you said, when you think of Instagram, the first thing you think is photos, you know. And I had Instagram before I had Twitter. See, my Instagram is a couple years old, and before I had switched my Instagram to a photography one, I was, just like another regular kid on the gram, posting photos of being in a nice outfit or, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So making the transition, it took some time for people to kind of grasp on the fact that, or like I said, for them to change, like I said, the perception of me from that regular kid now to being an artist, to being inspiring, But on Twitter, on Twitter was different because I started as an artist, I started and grew as an. It wasn't like the people saw me for anything before that.
You're definitely killing it on it. You get a lot of engagement, and you're like averaging a couple hundred likes per picture. Like, that's dope. Yeah. And also, in many ways, like, Instagram is like inundated, flooded, and oversaturated with photographers. So the fact that you're using this separate platform is almost like a competitive advantage for you.
Right.
So, just to wrap it up real quick, because we're a little bit over the runtime. What advice would you give to someone who aspires to become a photographer?
Man, the only advice is, is that I could give, and speaking from experience, is to hustle, man. To hustle. It's like you won't get better like at nothing. This goes for everything in life. You won't get better unless you do it every single day. Or almost every single day. You just got to keep going and going and going, because that's literally how I learned myself. I learned everything from so many mistakes and so many failures and so many experiences. Just go out there, go do it. For the photographers, that want to do this, that want to learn. Don't be scared. I mean, there's really nothing to be scared about, because you're gonna have so much fun, going out there and shoot photos, and you feel good about yourself and what you're doing. At least I do. So my advice is just hustle, man. Just hustle. That's all it is. Hustle.
I love it. So the way I usually like to end these the show is by having the guest say, "My name is blank, and I am the master of my fate." So go ahead.
My name is Chris Feliz, and I'm the master of my fate.
Perfect. Yo, I appreciate you so much for getting on this. Honestly, I feel like you're like the hottest photographer in Jersey right now, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Awesome, brother. I wish you all the success in the world, and thanks for getting on.
Absolutely. Have a good night, brother.
Awesome. You too, man. Peace. What up, YouTube? Thanks for watching episode 7 of Master of My Fate. Normally, this show is intended for IGTV, but I have it here also for the record. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. And if you want to connect with the channel, follow us on Instagram at SLYPONDER.